But yeah, snow. Thank God we didn't lose power, but snow hit like over a foot for us. Actually, kind of the same for me too. Yeah, I was like, we got over a foot of snow, or about a foot of snow, and it sucked, and it's still too cold to melt. And where I'm at, they're used to snow, but they're not used to major snow, so the snow is just all piled up, like sitting around. I remember the few streams I joined and thought you were muted. You're gonna laugh. What had happened? Because I saw you comment on Duck Detective or whatnot, and I wasn't muted. So was it just on your side or whatnot? I couldn't tell. I was like, because I was tripping like crazy, but it was funny. Let me double check one thing real quick. Hold up. I'm gonna text back something. There we go. Let's do that. All right, cool. All right, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's go put this up, please. Thank you. Lovely. You know how much, you know how I have my Twitch worker, right? Yes. Yes, I do. It has an option to to open streams automatically. Oh, does it mute them? It mutes them by default. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, though, because, like, that would be really annoying if you're doing something, or, like, if a video was, like, super quiet and you had to turn it up, like, really loud, and then a stream just pops up and just absolutely blasts your ears out. So, I had that and not know the second part. Oh, you didn't know? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Fair enough. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. I think I would prefer for it to be muted too, but also I guess it's kind of defeats the purpose of not knowing. Like, if you're on multiple tabs or multiple screens, you might not even see it open up. Oh no, that's funny. That's funny. So cough, cough, cough. It's the weirdest cough you'll ever hear. It's all weird in here and stuff like that. Mom, don't stop, please. Sorry, hon, just give me a second. I'm okay now. So, where were we? Yeah, I might not even know I'm watching your stream. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of weird. So it's like almost, it would be nice if you could do it and it was like, you can make it really quiet or something like that. Like, just loud enough to be audible, but like, not like, I don't know. Oh, why's my internet shut off right now? The internet loves hanging around when you watch this stuff. The animals, Mom, these one. Ah, yes, of course. Thanks, sweetie. Let's see. This weird poem book nursery rhyme thing again. The garden had sprung up from the steeps, home to all kinds of beasts. Crawling in coils and swimming in the depths, leaping high and bounding fast. And among them walked man, not swimming in depths, nor crawling in coils, or leaping, bounding, or having wingspan, but it's of the mind that they can reap the spoils. They think and think and think more. Thoughts that the head can scarcely contain. Listen, this is not me not being able to speak at this point. I'm just fully convinced that this is just written in such a way that is making me nuts. So yeah, okay, I don't feel nearly as bad. Willing to see, bound to explore whatever answers are sought by the brain. The earth in their grasp, they shape and they mold, they model and form to their whims. They're not even rhyming anymore, is it? I don't even think it's rhyme. Okay, you know it's fine. Like stars shape their dust in times of old. They
quack. This is dirt cheap now. BTW.
Oh, the points. Yeah, I just brought it down a while. I'll chuck up the points if we had like a lot more people in here and it got really annoying and like it was like too much all the time and stuff like that. Like it has a 10-second cooldown, so it should never be that annoying and stuff like that. But if it was like 20 different people in here or whatnot and people are using it a lot more consistently, then I would probably chuck up the probably chuck up the price later. Oh god. Like I said, 10-second cooldown. It's barely even giving you a cooldown there.
Afford.
God. What's the last one? Like the stars shaped their dust in the times of old, they crafted worlds to suit their dreams.
This.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna say I can afford this or if I can afford everything. Was the one that I was trying to figure out because you probably have so many points. And for each world, for each great creation, they learn to crave more in countless variations. No. I can afford this now. They build and they fight in the great agitation to make a new home of their habitations. Okay, that's the end of that poem.
Okay, this is burning my saving.
Yeah, that's one way to get everything closer. Okay, Master! We're back, boy! How you doing? Are all three open up again? Oh, all the doorways are open again. Okay. So, alright. To catch up a little bit all too what happened last time is I woke up in this alleyway as Master. This is how the game started. You just wake up in the alleyway with no idea what's going on. And then you're given the choice of these 3 entrances to go through. And it'll kind of go ahead and pick a day or pick a time for me to go ahead and get into. This one's closed, though, it looks like now from this side. So it only looks like there's 2 available at the time being. But then you just go through a day and he wakes up and then you're just kind of experiencing a day. And you have no idea where it really falls chronologically and stuff like that. Originally, like I said, I don't know if it's really universe things or if it's chronological things, but it's very tough to tell. Sure hope I don't get banned for spamming there. You literally have control of how to ban people. I think you'll be fine. At least I'd imagine so. Hello, Master. Interesting, interesting. What's up, dog? What an exceptional view. I get dizzy. I'm trying to remember what voices I gave everyone. I gave voices to everyone last week. Master and Lila, I didn't really do voices because I knew I was going to talk to them a lot, and that would get really annoying if I gave them, like, 2 terrible voices. It's one thing when I, like, slightly try to pitch up my voice ever so slightly to make me sound ever so more feminine, but... Ooh, I'm beating these characters now? Why are your ears not attached to your head? Good day. Good day to you, Master. We've already seen each other, haven't we? I remember you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Forgive me, I don't think we've met. Of course we did. It was at Hinon's the other night. Remember? You were the one with the girl with tentacle hair, if I recall? How can I help you? Your ears. Yeah, I'm gonna ask about your ears. For me, this sounds rude. Do you mind me asking what happened to your ears? Absolutely not. I love telling that story. So, you see, I'm from Ganymede, one of Jupiter's moons. My family was very wealthy. My mother managed water distribution in the colony. She would sign the contracts to import water for the hydraulic plants that produced all of our food. When I was little, I imagined that she was the one feeding all of Ganymede. Then I discovered that Ganymede water was exported to the irrigated planets on old Earth. It was my mother who allowed that to happen. I'm impressed people can even give characters in games consistent voices. That's my problem, is I'm really impressed with that always too. That's why I can never remember it. So that's why I usually try to just go with my regular voice for most of them, or just slightly pitch up or pitch out of my voice. But like, I can't even remember what voice I imagine I'm sure I have when I read. I know! I'm the same way, and it's just like, it's nuts, so I try to remember it, and I know I never will. I just try to look at what their character is, think of what their personality could be, and then give them a voice based off that personality. So it's the characteristics that judge my voice to try to help me remember what it could be. But I don't always remember, because sometimes I just go out of left field because I think it's funny. As Earth prospered, Ganymede became increasingly dry. The people grew to hate us. When I discovered it, I felt sick to my stomach. I didn't want to be a part of that. I left Ganymede to start a life from scratch on Jupiter. 4 months later, I got the news that my mother had been killed in a popular uprising. The thing didn't consciously bother me as much as I thought it would, but from then on, restful sleep became impossible. I tried everything, therapies, drugs, but then they just made me worse. Then, out of options, I put myself in the hands of the cult. A master explained to me that I needed to make peace with my past to be able to go on. Over becoming one's past and one's family links, it's connected to the temporal bone just behind the ears. So after a long journey, I had my ears removed. I never slept better since. Thanks for sharing your experience with me. The pleasure was mine. The girl. Have you seen that girl with the tentacle hair around here recently? I don't think so. I just know that she has a small stall and then market nothing else. Thank you anyways. Where are we? Excuse me if my questions may seem strange. Where are we? Ooh, don't you worry. It happens to me quite often as well. What happens to you quite often? You must have had a very intense meditation session right? Intense? Yes, I guess you could say that. I knew it. As I said, don't worry. We're on Jupiter, mining colony 42, 4th district, and you're in the garden of the Temple of Detachment. It's 8 a.m. Terrain time. Wednesday, the 9th of April, year 3264. Clear? Thanks a lot. You've been very precise. Don't mention it. Actually, it was super useful. Alright, that's it. Thanks, have a good day. This guy likes Monty Gold, I can tell. Monty Golf, I can tell. Good day to you, Master. Alright, what's up, dog? You don't have hands. Well, they're detached. Good day! Good day, master. Your hands. I see you have the Callister line on your wrist. Can I ask you why? Wrist. This line here? Yes, that one. Forgive me. I don't want to put you under pressure. No. Yes. I can do it. My master says that speaking is good for me. A wise master. My name is Mahan, and I'm large, but I'm always afraid. This one loves Magic the Gathering. Afraid of what? Everything. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of people. I'm afraid of the The Lomri can be a bit scary. Can be a bit scary, admittedly. Absolutely. So much fear. So much fear that I can't do anything. And I feel small. And I know I'm tall and I'm strong, but the world is scary. I'm sorry to hear, but you seem like you're walking the path to overcome that. Yes, my master said, Mahan, you will always be behind on your own hands. You've got to be doing, you've been doing that for so long that you can't see anything behind them. Let's get them cut, he says, so you will finally see the world as it is. I still don't get what he meant, but every day I've been feeling better, so it must be good. It was a pleasure that you're getting better, Mahan. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Okay, well, I'm gonna dip from there. I'll be on my way. See ya! Peace out, Mahan. Alright, what's loading on over here? You're the other weird person from the statue thing. And who would you be? None of your business. Be right back. I'm gonna go somewhere chic. That's a smart man. Make tea now. I make tea now, by the way. Hey, why not? I mean, it's not the hardest, unless you're doing really weird stuff with that the entire time. I have nothing to explain. Are you trying to be clever with me? I've never seen you around here. Who let you in? Beatrix, what are you doing? What am I doing? My Prometheus given job. Everyone requires my authorization to access this temple. But Beatrix, he's clearly a master. He might not be from around here, but I don't see the problem. Forgive her, master. She is a bit gruff when she can't keep everything under control. Khan, don't interfere. You know that these damn priests are just waiting for an opportunity to strike. If I weren't here, they would come in as they please. Prometheus only knows the damage they could do if they could. As you wish. Come with me and don't try to resist. You might not have a throat, but you can advise that I know many other vital spots. Peace, girl. What a beautiful garden. Can I just leave? Peace and love, girl. What a beautiful garden. Okay. I can't get out of that, can I? Hello? Oh, there we go. Now I can walk. Now I can walk away. Oh, Lila! What? B, what's going on here? Lila, so glad to see you! You know this guy? Say that I know him is maybe going too far. But yeah, I know who he is. What did he do? He sneaked into the temple without my authorization. I was about to bring him in for questioning. Wow, I got a coffee. What is this propaganda? That's a crazy coincidence. The second T is said out loud or written. That's wild. What the? B, just let him be. He's with me. I vouch for him. You know what? You know that if anything were to happen, you're the first I'm going to look for. You know I don't care, right? We came in together. In case you didn't notice, he's one of your call people. Okay. I have no time to waste, so I'll leave him with you. But I don't want to see him wander around all by himself. Is that clear? He will do as he please. I mean, yes, of course. I'll keep an eye on him, I swear. Good. You always seem to fall from the sky, don't you? You're right. Yeah, I must say that in these days I feel like a fish out of water. I don't think it's a strong enough comparison. You never know where you are. You always seem to appear out of thin air. And you disappear just as mysteriously as if you were nothing. Even here in the temple, which is supposed to be like home for you, you make people want to boot you out. The appointment, Beatrix, where are you? Where are you here? And you? Why are you here at the temple? I thought you weren't interested in being a cultist. Last time we saw each other, things ended up a bit hurried. I want to know more about you, but there just wasn't enough time. So I came here hoping to gather some information on your world. You want to know more about the cult? She swears. She swears. If it's a way to understand you better, sure. Great. So this time around, allow me to be the guide. Even if I don't really know the specific temple, the outline of the doctrine is always the same. Okay, so if you want, we can take a tour. The appointment. Lucky that you found you here. When you told me there would be somewhere to meet, there was too much rain. I couldn't hear anything. What? You mean at the market? But then we met... Really? Where? At Hinon's. You said you had a whole bunch of stuff to do and left. But, we didn't say when we should meet next. Oh, yes, right. Okay, so, hold up. Lovecraftian. She must be leaving Lovecraftian of a horror. Yeah, pretty much. So, okay. So, the market... Sitting in the Rain was the first day that we played, but that's the day that looks like that's after the day we first met in the market, so it goes market, then rain. And then there was Civil War, and then there was Romantic at the top of the thing with the monkey dude. God, this is all so confusing to try to remember exactly where I'm at. Okay. I must have gotten confused. Me too, I think. Let's go. So, ready to visit temple? Okay, let's do it since we're here. Oh, it's the other dude. Good day. Layla, you have finally come to visit. Hi, Sat. Did they put you here in the entrance? Yes, we take shifts. You know, people always forget to remove their shoes before coming in. So rude. At least you remember to respect our customs. And you, Master, first time you come around this temple? Yes, it's my first visit to this specific temple. Where did Gada Samdor receive the parts of your body? Gada Samdor what? The cosmic kraken that consists of a boundary between the worlds. He basically asked me where I became a cultist. She's also confused. He likes mimes in France or something. That sounds about right. Come on, Lila. I thought you would at least know this one. Yes, the giant octopus bee always insists on this stuff. And because of your hair, you can know, how can you ignore them? They're a sign of the gift of Gahara Samdor. No, Sar, it's just some strange mutation from space rays. That doctor told me I must have been contaminated after. After what? Nothing. Forget it. Anyhow, answer Sar's question. Where did you become all skin and bones? Right. I traveled a lot. I performed the separation rituals in various places across the system, but the first time I encountered the cult was on the Temple of Mars. Mimes don't talk, though. He's failing miserably. I understand. It's rare to meet such a well-traveled cultist. Anyway, you're free to enter whenever you like. Thank you. Let's go. Lada, aren't you forgetting about your shoes? Who did you take me for? I'm not incivilized. Alright, come on, Master. Let's go in. Yeah, they called. I think they said clown makeup at some point. They joked. Someone called him like, "Why is the skull and bones of clown makeup walking around right now?" But that was pretty crazy. All right, am I just about to pray? Do you know him? Yes, he's Prometheus, Pratham the First, the cult's messiah. He reminds me of something. My parents used to read to me a book about him, I believe. They must have read you a version of the cult's Genesis. I guess. I remember liking that book. What did the Prometheus guy do anyways? Oh, excuse me. Oh, God. I feel like I'm about to burp, but I'm not burping. You see, according to this cultist tradition, in the time before we met, human beings used to live on some sort of Eden. God had just recently created the material part of the universe. Stars, planets, animals, and mankind. But God soon grew dissatisfied with his own creation. He decided to cleave it from the spiritual world and resided together in the laws of space and time. And as a boundary between the material and the spiritual, he placed the Gahara Samdor, the ocean of darkness, and the cosmic kraken.
Rough Raggy.
God, the Scooby-Doo reference. It's crazy about you making the Scooby-Doo reference. I have just been talking about for like a week or two now. I'm pretty sure the next tattoo I'm gonna get is gonna be a Scooby-Doo tattoo. That's hilarious. I've been talking about it. I have birthday and Christmas money I've been holding on to for fun money. I've been holding on to it forever to see where my bills and all my money lands first, because I need to make sure I'm caught up on bills, caught up on all that kind of stuff, all the important stuff. But we're catching up at a decent rate right now. I don't think I'm going to have to use my fun money, so I'm going to use my fun money to end up getting a tattoo, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go for a Scooby-Doo tattoo, and put that right underneath my Goku tattoo, hopefully. But we'll see. Creature below him, exactly. The Kraken was meant to prevent mankind from crossing over the boundary, as itself was the boundary. It kept the ignorant from the world. It kept them ignorant of the world, mindless and free of questions, exactly like any other animal in Eden. Then a man named Prometheus, first among all, was the first to look into the ocean of darkness, the Kraken that cleaves the worlds. Beneath it, he was able to glimpse something. It was just a moment, but he became obsessed with knowing what lay beyond the evil. Interesting. What are you going for exactly? I'll show you in a second. I'll put it up to the camera. He requested the audience to the Kraken, asking to let him through. Initially, he refused, but seeing that the man's will did nothing to buckle when he faced with its infinite expanse. It offered him an exchange. The Kraken told Prometheus that his body would not be of any use to him where he wanted to go. It told him to leave to it the pieces of his own flesh, so that his spirit could cross over the veil to complete freedom from matter. Prometheus accepted, and the Kraken started to cut through his body with its tentacles, dismembering him. The parts of his body remained on Earth, inspiring mankind to seek what was beyond the veil themselves. Thus, they obtained the intelligence that divides them from other animals. I'm not sure if that was a good thing. This is the debate that has existed for centuries. If it wasn't better to remain unknowing as animals in the garden. God. Even Prometheus' fate is subject of a fierce debate. Some say that he achieved enlightenment, and that his very essence emerged with God. Others believe that the Kraken cursed him, causing him to endlessly fall into the nothingness between worlds, neither man nor God, trapped in the boundary between matter and spirit. What are your thoughts on it? I traveled a lot trying to answer that very question. The sign of the Kraken, Gahara, Samdor, was really so wicked that it trapped him forever, cursing him to endless torment, much worse than death. Are you alright? Yes. Yes, forgive me, I was drifting. Some questions will never be answered. Indeed. Thanks for that story. You're welcome. That's a dope story. I actually like that one a lot. That one's pretty cool. Alright, hold up. So, this is what I was thinking. I had to Photoshop it together, basically. So, the Scooby-Doo dog tag, and then like the Mystery Machine flowers all around the edges, but the Mystery Machine flowers are like colored like each of the five members of the gang. So it's like the green and red Shaggy, the purple's Daphne, white's Fred, orange Velma, and then light blue and yellow Scooby for the color and stuff like that. So that was kind of the idea. I actually saw, I think the flowers I found on, a post on Reddit or Pinterest or something like that. And I was like, that's a cool idea. So I just put them all around the Scooby-Doo tag. Because originally I was just going to go for just the Scooby-Doo tag. I kind of guessed it would be Scooby's collar thingy. Yeah. I think everyone kind of assumes like the dog tag would be the best thing. And I kind of agree with that the dog tag would make the most sense. Because I don't want to do like a whole Scooby-Doo face. I mostly like just doing logos. Obviously, Hollow Knight's a little different and Goku's a little different. But I mostly just like doing logos and stuff like that. But I didn't want to just do the tag. I wanted to add the flowers. And so when I saw the flowers like that, I was like, oh, that's really cool. So I just threw it all together in Photoshop. And I'm just going to send my tattoo artist that at some point whenever a couple of the more bills and stuff like that land in a decent place. Because then I can actually afford it comfortably without being scared of anything else popping up and stuff like that. Because it's been a lot of catching up. But I had an extra paycheck this month. At some point, I want to put a test mark from Woo on my arm. That would be cool. Not really sure though. I obviously like I have a good handful of tattoos. I just like tattoos that are I like tattoos that are meaningful from when I was growing up, or subjects or stuff like that that I felt like had made an impact on my life. Mostly all nerdy and stuff like that. Like I plan on doing Batman and all that kind of stuff at some point, like more superheroes and stuff like that. But I started off with the Spider-Man tattoo, then I got the Pokemon, then it was the lightsaber, then it was Deadpool and Wolverine before the movie even came out, and then Goku, and then Hollow Knight. I got the tattoo convention, so stuff like that. So a whole bunch of stuff like that. All right, hello. Can you tell